Marriage in Paradise. Doesn't it have a beautiful ring to it? We got the perfect setting, the ocean in the background, palm trees, there's a nice little breeze blowing. Cancun sun is starting to set. It's almost perfect.
A friend of mine named Kiana called me and said, hey, I know a guy that I think will be perfect for you. His name is Paris. He's a good father. He's a hard worker. And I happened to just run into him a couple of weeks later, leaving the ATM machine. And the first time that I met him, I felt as though he is someone that I could love forever.
You know, we clicked it off pretty good, but at that point, I just thought we was gonna be good friends, you know. But unexpectedly, it just blossomed into love. Everything just came together so smooth, so naturally, and it's something like that really comes once in a lifetime. I tell her all the time that how I feel about her, it's beyond words, you know, because she's just such a loving and caring person, and her love she has towards others, and also the love that she's shown towards me, you know, something I've never felt before, you know, and I knew fairly quickly that she was the one that I not only wanted to be friends with, wanted to spend the rest of my life with.
He's hilarious, you know, he likes to turn up. He has an abbreviation for everything. Anything that is fun and festive, he's always willing to do and try. He's very adventurous, which brings me a little bit out of my shell. So I love that he's a very easygoing and fun person.
One thing I knew from our beginning of our friendship was that she loved the Titanic, and I watched that movie with her over and over around like 5 or 6 times, you know. So when it came time to propose, I knew that was the place to go. I planned a trip to Vegas. She thought it was going to be a regular trip where we go, you know, explore some things. So we ended up going to the Titanic exhibit, going through it, but she didn't know I was going to propose. So when we got to the end, they let you take a picture on the top of the stairs. So when we got to the top of the stairs, you know, I took the ring out. It took her about like 10 seconds to figure out what was going on because she didn't think it was real.
I was surprised. I wasn't expecting it, and it was very special because he really thought about what I would like to make it a memorable moment. In that moment, I was happy to have found my person.
Paris and Shannan, you're off to a beautiful start. Wedding in paradise, a special day to remember. Jehovah gave simple but very specific instructions. Man will leave his father and his mother, and he will stick to his wife, and they will become one flesh. Become. It was going to be a process. It wasn't going to happen overnight. But as they followed Jehovah's instructions to do what? To stick to each other. As they spent time together. You know, that expression, stick to, carries the sense of clinging to someone in affection and loyalty. As they clung to one another and spent time together, what would happen? Progressively, over the course of time, they would get closer and closer. They become bonded together until they were one flesh. Makes me think about like super glue. You know, when you first apply the glue, what did they tell you? Apply pressure. Give it some time to bond. But if you apply the pressure and you follow the instructions, you end up with something that is permanent, unbreakable, inseparable. That's what Jehovah wants for you, Shannan and Paris, to have that type of relationship. So keep in mind your Creator's instructions. Jehovah must be first and foremost in your lives, and his advice must be followed. What's the key? 5 words. Keep God in your marriage. You're not just tying the knot. When I think about tying the knot, I think about a shoelace. Shoelaces can be tied and what? Untied. And brothers know, you put too much pressure on the shoelace, what happens to it after a while? It snaps, usually at the worst time. You're not tying the knot. This isn't 2 strands. This is a 3-fold cord which gives you an unbreakable bond. But besides all these things, clothe yourselves with love, for it is a perfect bond of union. Did you notice the scripture compares love to a garment? Clothe yourselves with love. It's like a garment that we put on. What do clothes do for us? They protect us. They cover our imperfections. They enhance our beauty. Now look at you two. You've carefully selected your clothes because they do just that. They enhance your beauty. You both look good. That's what love does. It makes us look good. It helps us to overcome imperfections and challenges and focus on the most important things. Now, what holds a quality garment together? It's the stitches, the little stitching. That's what you look for when you're looking for a sharp garment, a beautiful dress. That's where you see the craftsmanship and the artistry. It's not big knots tied together, clothes fall apart. It's the little stitching, thousands of little stitches. And so it's the same with love. Love doesn't wait for a few dramatic moments to reveal itself. It's the accumulation of stitches, small words and actions, stitch by stitch, that clothe you and keep you bonded together in love. As we leave this beautiful location, make sure you take love with you. We want to keep love on at all times. Little by little, day by day, cultivate love, which is a perfect bond. Then you'll have paradise no matter where you're located. 5 words. Keep God in your marriage. 3 essentials. Paris, Shannan, Jehovah. You keep that in mind, you'll stick together. Loyalty, affection. You'll never be stuck. You'll become one flesh. You'll be happily married and make the most important witness of this event happy as you have a marriage that is honorable in God's sight. I, Paris Dante McKelvin,
I, Paris Dante McKelvin,
have taken you,
Shannan
Trinine
Hunter,
to be my wedded wife, to love and to cherish, in accordance with the divine law, as set forth in the Holy Scriptures, for Christian husbands, for as long as we both shall live together
on
on earth according to God's marital arrangement.
on earth according to God's marital arrangement.
I, Shannan Trinine Hunter,
I, Shannan Trinine Hunter,
have taken you,
Paris
Dante McKelvin, to be my wedded husband, to love and to cherish, and deeply respect, in accordance with the divine law, as set forth in the Holy Scriptures, for Christian wives, for as long as we both shall live together on earth, according to God's marital arrangement. So these rings are an outward and visible sign signifying to all the uniting of this man and this woman in the bonds of matrimony. For as much as Paris Dante McKelvin and Shannan Trinine Hunter have covenanted before Jehovah God and these witnesses to accept each other in wedlock, I, as an ordained minister, pronounce that they are husband and wife together. What God has yoked together, let no man put apart. Well, it is my happy pleasure to introduce to this marriage gathering brother and sister Paris and Shannan McKelvin. You may kiss the bride.
Thank you everyone for coming out to share this great occasion for my daughter and my son-in-law. No, I don't believe in in-law. I believe in son. Shannan and Paris, I truly, truly think that you guys are the epitome of future marriages. My wife said, don't talk long, don't get into no stories and everything. I told my stories yesterday, but I ain't gonna tell no stories today.
How long have you been married now, Mark?
Oh, well, I've been married, 43 years, 44 years. And I'm gonna just say this to you guys. It's what you call endurance and understanding. Okay? Jerry Butler, I don't know if you guys, y'all probably don't know about Jerry Butler. But Jerry Butler had a saying understanding. But an understanding has to be mellow. You can't have an understanding and it's not mellow. So once you both decide that it's mellow, everything's good. As far as endurance, you're gonna have, it's like Monopoly. When you roll the dice and you go around the board, you got community chess and chance. You go around the board, you don't know what you're gonna run into. But one thing for sure, what you're gonna run into is you're gonna run into bills. You're gonna run into bills. And bills make things change. You say, man, my pocket's empty. Man, why I gotta go to work? Man, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you go around and you collect your $200 and you get a chance to do it all over again. So I wanna say, Shannan Trinine, Paris Dante, I love y'all with all my heart and keep on doing what you do. Thank you.
Thank you, love.
Oh, I've heard every tale, every love song out there about the birds and the bees. Oh, could it happen to someone like me? All the stories, all the books say it happens, you don't have to look. So I'm waiting for the day when love comes my way. In my dreams, in my sleep, I have him and he has me. We could walk down the street, holding hands, oh so sweet. When love comes my way, we'll be the leaves to the trees. We won't budge for the breeze, like the tides from the sea always come faithful.